Hi, this is Susan Shapiro with BrainSell, and this is a video to show you how to manage users as well as teams. Let's start with users. If you are an administrator in the system, you can add and manage all the users who have licenses to use Sugar. You'd go to the administration page to user management. In this, you'd see the list of users, whether they're active and whether they're a system administrator. When you have a new user, you're going to click the down arrow next to the Users module on your navigation bar, click Create New User, and the key fields you need to fill in are a username. First, the last name is required. The first name is always helpful. The status, active or inactive, and whether they're a regular user or a system administrator. Always good to have a report to because it allows you to do other things in the system, however, it's not required. And then you'd want to put the person's email address so they can receive internal notifications. And you would save, and that would create the user. Now, when a user leaves, you do not want to delete them, and you don't want to replace their name with a new user's name. What you want to do is edit them and set them to inactive. So they no longer will be using a license. What happens then is once you click Save, you get the option to reassign their records. If you choose not to reassign their records, you won't lose them. They'll still be there. They'll just show as assigned to that individual. But if you know who their information is going to go to, click Yes. And when you click Yes, it comes up, who do you want to assign them to and which records do you want to reassign? So you can quickly and easily reassign a user's records at that time. Of course, if you want to reassign them at the later date, you can do that using Mass Update. So that's how you manage users in the system. Let's talk about teams. Let's go back to the administration page. What Teams allows you to do is state who sees what records in the system. When a user is created, they are automatically assigned to the global team. So if I look here, I'm going to see this person's primary team is global. That is the default access in Sugar. Every user also has their own private team by default. However, if you want to limit who can see what types of records based on region, based on department, etc., you would do that within Teams. But you can create any team by clicking the down arrow and clicking Create Team. So let's say you wanted to create a sales team. I'm going to create the sales team and click Save. And I'm going to select who is on that team. Then, so say that is their default team, meaning every record they create will be created with only members of the sales team being able to see it. Additionally, you can add them to other records. So I've come in here, let's say I go to Sarah Smith, and I'm going to edit her profile. And I'm going to change her team right here. I'm going to add her to on the sales team. We know she's on the sales team, so I'm just going to add it here. And I'm going to make that her primary. And I'm going to say I only want her to see records that the sales team is on. I don't want her to see anything the global team is on. So I got rid of that by clicking the minus sign and click Save. So now what happens that if I were to log in as Sarah, so let me go back here. And let me log in to my demo as Sarah. When Sarah goes to create a new record, so let's say that she's creating a new opportunity, you will see that when she clicks Create, the assigned to is, the team is the sales team, so that only members of the sales team will see this opportunity record. There's the basics of working with teams and users.